When avoidant does this, they are never coming back. There's a lot of talk online about how avoidant partners always come back, and to be fair, many do. They retreat, they disappear, they take their space, only to reappear weeks or months later, as if nothing happened. But here's the truth very few people will tell you. Sometimes an avoidant leaves in a way that's final. Not because you weren't enough, not because you did something wrong, but because a specific shift has happened inside them. And once that switch flips, the relationship is over. Today, I want to walk you through exactly what those moments look like, so you can stop living in false hope and start protecting your peace. One of the clearest signs an avoidant will never return is when they emotionally deconstruct you in their mind. You see, avoidants don't like facing conflict directly, so instead of confronting issues with you, they start rewriting the story in their head. They begin turning every good memory into something small, irrelevant, or even negative. They strip away the emotional weight of what you shared, the holiday you both loved. In their mind, they now barely enjoyed it. The long talks you had, they now were just being polite. This isn't about truth, it's about self-protection. If they can downgrade the emotional meaning, they can justify leaving without feeling the pull to come back. When this rewriting process is complete, their attachment to you is gone. The second sign is subtle, but devastating. They no longer check in on you, even silently. Avoidants often leave, but still watch from a distance. They'll check your social media. They'll ask mutual friends how you are. They might even send those random, hope you're doing well messages months later. But when they've decided it's final, that quiet background monitoring disappears completely. There's no curiosity left. They stop wondering about your life, your feelings, your next steps. This isn't the same as being busy. It's the absence of emotional investment altogether. And when that happens, you have to understand that their chapter in your story is over. Another thing that signals finality is when they stop feeling the need to manage your perception of them. Avoidants, despite their detached image, usually care a lot about not looking like the bad guy. This is why many avoidants circle back. They want to fix their image, smooth things over, or at least leave you with a softened version of the truth. But when they no longer care if you think they're cold, heartless, or selfish, that's when you know they've disconnected on a deep level. It means they've accepted the role of villain in your story if it means securing their own emotional distance. The fourth sign is when they give away or destroy the emotional anchors in the relationship. These are the objects, the routines, the traditions that tied you together, the playlist you made for them, the coffee mugs you both used every Sunday morning, the inside jokes that made you feel like a team. Avoidants who plan to return tend to keep these little things hidden in a drawer, in their phone, in the back of their mind, because it allows them to still feel a tether. But when they're truly done, they purge them. And this isn't accidental, it's intentional. They're cutting the rope, ensuring they won't be pulled back. Then there's the physical and emotional boundary shift. Avoidants already have high walls, but when it's final, they build a fortress. They block your number, not just to avoid a fight, but to erase the option of re-entry. They change their routines to avoid places they might run into you. They start new patterns that have no overlap with you whatsoever. You might see this as extreme, but to them, it's an act of self-preservation. Once they do this, it's not about space anymore. It's about permanent separation. A major red flag that they'll never return is when they become completely indifferent to your emotional state. Avoidants who still have lingering feelings may still show flashes of empathy. They might text when you're sick, acknowledge your birthday, or express concern when something major happens in your life. But when they've decided it's over for good, they go cold. Your highs, your lows, your pain, your joy, it's all met with the same flat indifference. It's not hatred, it's not anger, it's nothing. And nothing is worse than hate, because hate still has passion. Indifference means their attachment has died. One of the more chilling signs is when they rewrite the ending of the relationship to themselves in a way that absolves them completely. They may start saying things like, "We just weren't a match," or "It was bound to happen," even if that narrative ignores your reality. This self-soothing script allows them to walk away without feeling guilt and without the need to come back to make things right. You might try to reach out to remind them of the depth you shared, but the truth is, they've already filed you away as a closed chapter in their life story. Here's the part that's hardest to accept. When avoidants make a final exit, it's rarely about a single explosive event. More often, it's the quiet accumulation of unresolved discomfort, fears, and self-protection instincts that have been building for months or even years. By the time they actually leave, the decision has been made internally for a long time. And because they've been detaching emotionally bit by bit, their departure feels calm, even casual to them. But for you, it's a storm that comes out of nowhere. The final, unshakable sign is this. They start living in a way that feels completely incompatible with the version of themselves they were with you. New friends, new habits, new identity markers, sometimes even a new city. This isn't just about moving on. It's about stepping into a life where you don't fit, not because you're not worthy, but because they've built a reality where your presence would be a disruption. And when an avoidant reconstructs their life to exclude you entirely, the door isn't just closed, it's sealed. So what do you do with this knowledge? You stop waiting for them to come back. You stop reading every silence as a sign they're thinking about you. You stop putting your healing on hold in the hope that they'll reappear. Because when an avoidant has truly done these things, they're not coming back. Not this month, not this year, not ever. And that's not your tragedy. That's your freedom. Because now you can take all the energy you've been pouring into guessing their next move and invest it into building a life that doesn't require their presence to feel whole. So if you've recognized these signs, let this be the moment you stop waiting by a door that's already locked. I know that's hard to hear. I know the heart loves to keep a small light on, just in case. But the truth is, when an avoidant has taken these steps, they're not coming back, and chasing a ghost will only keep you stuck in the same hallway of hurt. This isn't the end of your story. It's the clearing of the stage for something better, someone better, and most importantly, a stronger version of you. The energy you've been spending on their absence, you can spend it on building a life so good they wouldn't recognize you even if they passed you on the street. And maybe one day, you'll look back and realize their leaving wasn't your loss at all. It was your turning point. If this video helped you see the truth more clearly, give it a like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more insights like this. Your future is waiting, and it's brighter than you think.